Okay, so what did you like about the sequence, Tom?
Well, I liked all the characters. They had their own personalities, you could tell. One was the sporty one was the nerdy one, and one that just has to buy everything.
Yeah, yeah, basically the popular girl. Yeah. Emily?
I liked the colours because they like linked with the Instagram colours and they're like really bright and attractive.
Yeah, okay. And Anna?
I like the transitions and how it was filmed, like, and it went in and out of focus, like on Instagram.
Okay.
Showed their personality as well. And the lighting is very good. £2.50, that's brilliant. I'd say £3.
Yeah. So do you think I should make it like higher priced?
For the quality of the magazine cover, I would higher up the price.
Would you?
I like the title, it looks very professional.
Does it?
Yeah. And the border at the top. The colour scheme goes well with the whole page.
What do you think I could improve on, Tom?
Well, maybe you could put just Izzy on the front cover because she is the main character.
On which cover?
On the DVD cover.
Okay. So you prefer it to be like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
okay.
she is the main character.
Yeah, okay. Emily?
I'd like it to be more specific about like articles on the magazine and what the magazine's really going to be
Okay.
about.
Did you like what the articles were on now? Okay. Good. And Anna?
I think maybe you can make the writing more clear on the sequence.
Okay.
I think you could put in a few of the pictures on the opening sequence into there, like, so the Instagram like really shines through.
Okay. You know, all three products, like all three of them together, can you tell that there's a link between them and why?
Yeah, because the title, first of all, is the same.
Yeah.
And the writing, from just what I've scanned, really stands out to.
As parents, do you think that this show is something that you'd let your kids watch and they'd enjoy?
Absolutely.
Do you think so?
You'd let them watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't have any worries about any sort of inappropriate content or anything like that. It's perfect for that age group. Yeah.
That's great.
I like the fact that you've mentioned it's linked to the Disney Channel, which as a parent I know is a safe channel. You've got your viewing rating as you, so again as a parent you'd know that that was a safe video for them to watch. Well, they look, you know, one's about sport, one's about fashion, studying, one's about taking pictures on a camera, all things that you wouldn't mind your children being involved in. And particularly on the magazine, I think it said about how to keep safe on Instagram, which is, as a parent, really important.
So basically I did 2 different focus groups. The first one I interviewed my primary audience, and that consists of 11 to 13-year-olds. I made sure there was an even amount of 2 girls, 2 boys, because really I'm trying to aim the show at both genders, so it's a wider audience. And the reason why I chose this to be my main focus group, they are my audience, so I thought, who better to go to them, because they're, at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to be watching it. And overall, when I asked the question, would you watch this? All of them said, oh yes, definitely. So I have achieved my aim. The second focus group that I did two sets of filming for this one focus group. So I interviewed parents. All of the adults in this have children around the age of my target audience. Well, one of the main reasons why I interviewed these were because my target audience being around 10-year-olds to 13-year-olds, they're still dependent, they still live at home, so the parents are the ones that are actually going to be buying this content. So I thought it'd have to appeal to them as well for them to buy it for their child. Also, I decided to interview parents as well, specifically because in a questionnaire that I did in my research to find out what my target audience would be and what my show should be like and everything, one of the respondents in my questionnaire said that it was important to have in a kids show, like the show needs to be safe, it needs to be suitable for a young audience, and because my show is based on Instagram, that I feel like that immediately brings alerts into parents' heads, you know, it's social media. So I asked them, would they be comfortable with their children viewing my show? And all of them, as you'll see in the clips, all of them said that they would be fine with their kids watching it. And Sarah, one of the parents, actually said that the characters that I've used are actually good role models for their children, because I've included someone who studies a lot, someone who's into sports. They felt like it was encouraging for these characters to be role models for their children. So again, I have met the aims there of being safe and everything like that. I didn't want to just focus on the focus groups. I also wanted to go online for feedback. I did this because the show is about social media and I knew the respondents would be around my age, so they have more experience of watching these shows like I did when I was little. So most of my respondents were aged 17 to 20. Things that they did like in the focus groups, Anna said that she liked the transitions and the graphics in the opening sequence, which is really good because one of my aims was to make it look professional and kind of fit the conventions of a usual sequence. So in Disney Channel shows such as like Good Luck Charlie, and you see different transitions from each shot. So I think that that's been successful and it appealed to them. Other things that they liked were the colour schemes. Emily thought that the colours linked throughout, and because Emily actually used Instagram herself, they did actually remind her of Instagram and the whole theme. She also said they were bold and attractive, which is another positive. Also, especially Samuel said that the logo looked really professional and that it was where it was on the covers and everything, it drew his eye, so that's another positive. All of my products, loads of people said that they looked good, they looked attractive, and they'd be willing to buy them. Even like some 21-year-olds were saying, oh, I'd even like to watch that. But one positive that I got from the focus group of Samuel was that straight away when he saw the magazine cover, he saw the price and he was like £2.50, which he said would appeal to him, especially because, as I said, like 10-year-olds to 13-year-olds, they don't have a lot of money really, so having a cheap price for the magazine is really good and that fits the conventions of a magazine. On the whole, like all three products, one person online said that it met this Disney style, and they they could tell that this show was for Disney Channel. So I think this is really good, as it'll appeal to my target audience. As it's obvious that it's for Disney Channel, it'll also appeal for the parents, because they'll know that this is safe for their kids to watch. And in one of my focus groups, Sarah did actually say, as she saw the Disney Channel logos on all of the products, she knew it was safe for her kids. I had another positive comment saying that the show was really up to date, the theme was current, so it would be relevant for children nowadays. Another positive that I found online was one of the girls said that she could tell their different personalities through the props that they had, which was good for me to know, because I was conscious to add photos into all of my products or with a prop. So with the character Jake with a football, or Tyler with books. And I did this because I felt like in a lot of Disney Channel shows, personality is a massive thing that they want to get across to young people. Okay, so in terms of improvements, quite a few people said that the writing on the opening sequence for the characters' names and the actors' names, they said that it wasn't clear enough, like, because it is a fast-paced sequence, they couldn't see it properly. So maybe if I go back over it again, I could make it a bit bigger and clearer. Emily in the focus group said that an improvement for the magazine was to make the articles more specific to what they're about. There was different articles, like there's one about sports and there's one about fashion, and even though she saw those articles, she still thought they could be more specific. So I think if I were to do that again, then I'd maybe write something underneath the article titles to say what it's about. Samuel said that he wanted to see more images from the opening sequence and on the magazine cover, and I have listened to that criticism, but I feel like as it's a magazine cover, there should be more pictures of what's in the magazine rather than what's in the opening sequence. In the parent focus group, Kian said that he thought the colour scheme was more for girls than boys, so I think if I were to do it again, I'd have to maybe brighten the blues or add more blue than purple, because to edit that I will change it to more an equal balance of colours. One person commented saying that I could have challenged the sequence a bit more, because I have gone for the standard characters. They said you could have challenged it by adding hobbies like painting or art, something that's not usually seen in a Disney Channel show.